Welcome back, friends and subscribers here to another Richter's Reviews movie review. I don't recall doing this movie. If I did, this is probably going to be a little longer than the last one. But it's been a while since I've done a movie review, probably close to about a month. A lot of people liked the last video I did, What's in the Box. I do plan on doing another one of those, probably tomorrow or next week. Today it's going to be a movie review, and I'm going to be reviewing Mad Magazine presents Up the Academy. Now, this movie was made was released in 1980, and the first time I saw it was in 1988. So it had been out for almost 10 years. And I saw it, and I liked it. I've continued to like it for the past 30 years. Now, at the point when I saw the movie, I didn't know anything about it. Because I like it. Like most people who've been friends with me on Facebook or in life, or people that have watched my channel, know that I'm pretty movie aficionado, as you will. But I didn't know much about that movie when I first saw it. I had seen it in my movie books that I had gotten over the years, because I started getting into the movie guide and keeping track of how many movies I watched. I've started to keep track since 1980, but I didn't get a movie book until 1986. Anyway, but when I first saw it, I really enjoyed it. I had already seen The Karate Kid, so when I saw that Ralph Macchio was in this movie, I was like, yeah, that's pretty cool to see him in the movie. Even though he'd done this before and he was younger. You've got a lot of the other cast members who have not done much, and there's some that have done other things other than movies, that worked in the movie industry. Now, when I watched the movie, I didn't realize that who played Leisman on Ron Liebman, he actually was not even billed in the credits, beginning or the end. So I guess he wasn't very happy with the role. I found out years later that Mad Magazine disowned the film, even though their mascot, catchphrase, whatever, Alfred E. Newman was actually in the movie. He was in the beginning and the end. All in all, it's a funny film. I mean, it's got hilarious parts in it. It's got some outlandish stuff in the movie. And it was basically 4 years prior to the Police Academy. I know that at the same year this came out, there was another movie called Getting Wasted, which had a young David Caruso, which was kind of about the military academy as well. So basically, the storyline is about Weinberg Military Academy, where all these kids that have had problems, various degrees. So they go to this to get them all straightened out and everything. And come to find out, you've got Barbara Bach, who plays a teacher that deals with the arms and guns and stuff like that. She's kind of like very titillating, as you will. Take it as I just said it. And got some great music, great soundtrack. Got Cheap Trick, Sammy Hagar, Pat Benatar, David Johansen, Lou Reed, Blow Up. I mean, there's like tons of great music on this, and directed by Robert Downey, which if a lot of people don't realize that's actually Robert Downey Jr.'s father. So this came out before Stripes and Police Academy, and Up the Academy is a crazy fun film. Knowing that Leisman is kind of like the big guy, the asshole guy, whatever you want to call it, instructor, tries to teach all these kids the way of the military, and he's very crazy. You also have Tom Poston, the late Tom Poston, who was an instructor whose favorite subject is bed check, so I'm guessing you can obviously tell that he's a gay character. And Antonio Fargas plays a crazy soccer coach. The one kid in the movie, I can't quite remember his name, but he works for He works for a major motion picture company. Can't quite remember what company that was, but he works for the company now. And anyway, so Warner Brothers released this movie. Like I said, it came out in 1980. This DVD came out in 2006, so it came out for its 26th anniversary. So a couple of years, this movie's going to be 40 years old, which is that's crazy. Same as Friday the 13th and a lot of other 1980 films. But there's some of the lines in the movie. You got where Leisman says, "If I ever caught you stealing my stuff again, what did I say?" And he has the cadet repeat 3 times. "You said you'd rip my balls off, sir." So you know that you're getting into crazy antics in the movie. Even though Mad Magazine disowns the film, I think they should have kept they should not have disowned the film. Even though it was their first and only foray into the film industry, I think they could have went on to do other things. I know that 15 years later, they did a Fox TV show, Mad TV, which went on to great success for 15 years or whatever, how long it was on. But yeah, and I do know that late in the 2000s, or probably about 10 years ago, or a little bit more or less, the Adult Swim on Cartoon had a Mad TV cartoon-like animation thing with a bunch of Alfred E. Newman things and the Spy vs. Spy and all those things. I remember that was pretty good. So yeah, I mean, other than that, I mean, I think they should have went on to do some other films, because they're always parodying films. I remember when the Goonies came out and they parodied it and they called it the Boonies. And they've done tons. They did Terminator, and they've done Aliens, and they've done all kinds of different crazy titles for a movie just to spoof it. I know that around the same time there was a magazine called Cracked that also was doing that too. But all in all, Up the Academy, I would rate it a definite 7.5 on my Richter scale rating. That would definitely be what I would rate it. Now, as far as recommending this, I will only say this: I would recommend it if you enjoy crazy, funny antics that go along throughout the movie. And I'll tell you, if you're not into that kind of stuff, and you're not into like the military, I wouldn't watch it. But if you can just look past all this craziness, this and bad acting, look for the soundtrack. The soundtrack is amazing. I mean, you've got some great music from the past, and I mean, if somebody can come across the actual vinyl soundtrack of this, good luck, because I heard that that's either discontinued or it goes for a very, very high price. So yeah, all in all, Up the Academy, I enjoyed that today after 30 years of watching the film. It's 38 years old. It definitely is starting to show its time, but the soundtrack and the stuff that the kids go through, and the different crazy things that go on, I still find funny today, even though I've seen it probably 100 or more times. And so yeah, so that's Up the Academy. It's a 7.5 on the Richter scale rating, and it's definitely a hit or miss if you want to check it out. So hopefully you enjoyed this review, and I will see you on the next video, which more than likely will be in What's in the Box, the second part. I don't know how many parts I'll have because I've got too many boxes, but my second video or tomorrow will be about What's in the Box. So, as I always say, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you have any comments, leave them down below. And if you are on Facebook, follow me at Brad Richter. And if you're on Instagram, just type in Brad Richter on Instagram, and you can follow me on there, because I can't quite remember exactly my username on there right now. But anyway, have a great day, and I'll catch you on the next video. And thanks for watching.